Now, people always ask me questions about Jay-Z and Beyonce, but I never pulled cards on them. I promised you guys I would. I hadn't done it yet, so I figured this week would be a fun time to do it. Well, I don't know if fun is the right word. Where do y'all see this tea? But yeah, we're going to take a look at the relationship between Jay Z and Beyonce. It's been pretty quiet. I haven't heard any drama come from them in quite some time. The biggest uproar I really remember was when she came out with that album Lemonade, and she was talking about basically how he cheated, and the whole world was in an uproar. Everybody who cared anyway was in an uproar, and I was like, he's a Sag, hello. And that's not to say that all Sagittarius cheat. I wouldn't say that, but I have a Sag moon. It's common, okay. I'm not gonna say everybody, but it's alarmingly prevalent, if you know what I'm saying. So when they said he cheated, I was like, yeah, pass the peas. What's new? So today we're going to take a look at their relationship and see what is currently going on. My name is QueenAusetHeru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to anyone, everyone who might like it too. If you'd like to get a reading of your own, please hit me up on social media or email me. Underneath this video, I'm going to put all the decks that I used to do this reading. I'm also going to put underneath this video my information, my email, and all my information in case you want to get in contact with me. Underneath this video, you will also find my Patreon information, because patrons get a lot of special videos, and some videos months ahead of time, that you might want to check out. My Amazon wish list is underneath this video as well. I recently got a few very special gifts that I'm going to be showing. I showed one of them. It was the tablet I got, and somebody sent me a case for the tablet, so I want to show it to you. It's really cute. All right, guys, let's get started. So let's see what Beyonce, like, where is she right now? So in this relationship, she got the strength card reversed. The strength card is about mental and emotional strength. It's about using that energy to tame the wild beast. If it's reversed, that means that has not happened. So she used what energy, what charm, whatever it was that she had to tame him, being the beast Jay. And it really didn't work. That's why his behind cheated, and that's why all the stuff that we saw happened. Because you really can't. I mean, you can. I was getting ready to say you can't tame a person, but you actually can. But it doesn't always work out in the long run, and that's what we're getting ready to see. Jay would like to be out of this relationship. I feel like, and you're getting ready to see in some of the other cards, that he got into this relationship, but I don't think he really thought about all of the ramifications of being a husband and a father beforehand. Outcome. The outcome is the devil. See that right there? They both want to be away from this relationship. They both feel bound. And they are. They're bound by their relationship. They're bound because they have children. They're bound because they have all kinds of financial things going on between them, all kinds of business things going on between them. They both feel bound to this relationship. And the thing about the devil card is you don't stay bound. Eventually, one or both of them is going to try to escape. I think that's really what's going on here. And it may take a while, because this energy has been going on for a long time. So this isn't the kind of couple that I would expect. I would expect this kind of couple, if they did separate, not to tell everybody else. And we're getting ready to see some evidence of that. This one went like this: Seven of Pentacles, and then he had Judgment reversed like that. So this is telling us that she tried hard. When I tell y'all she tried hard, she tried hard. Beyonce made a Hercules effort. Somebody once asked me, I think I told you guys, somebody asked me if she was some type of spiritualist. I would say yes. Beyonce, I think, is a priestess. People often say she's a dark witch, she's this, she's that. I think she's a priestess, and I think she's a natural priestess. I think it's something that comes through her bloodline more than likely, based upon this. Oftentimes, she has the energy of Oshun on her. I've also seen the energy of Yemaya on her. I'm not sure if she is somebody who's initiated or any of that kind of stuff, but I do see that energy on her. This right here, this yellow is giving us Oshun, and this card right here is also giving us Oshun, and it's also giving us in the Enchantress energy, which would be her archetype. So I feel like she did everything that she could to enchant him and to bring him in and to have a relationship with him because I really feel like she was feeling him. But Jay has something going on with him. Look at this judgment card right here. His judgment card is reversed. This is an internal struggle that he has going on inside of himself. And you're getting ready to see he does have some attraction to her. It's not that he's not attracted to her energy or to her body or anything like that. It's that there are things going on inside of him that were never properly they were properly sorted. I remember him talking about going to therapy after that whole lemonade thing. But I don't think, based on this, whatever it was properly sorted. This judgment card gives us a strong energy that there's a calling, there's something that he needs to be doing, something he needs to be doing for himself that has not occurred. All right. Let's pick this. Let's see what has Jay done to negatively. We're gonna see what each of them has done to negatively affect the relationship. Push this back like that. There we go. Oh goodness. Wow. Oh wow. All right, so we're just gonna look at these one at a time. The first card says that Jay likes the attention of the circus. Right here, he likes attention. And this is not unusual. It's okay to like attention, especially if you're a fire sign. But this liking of attention leads to a lot of people's eye and body wandering. So he likes the compliments. He likes being, who he is, and he likes the energy that comes with that fame. He likes that energy that comes from that, which is normal. But a lot of us will tell you if a man or a woman is really into the attention of the peanut gallery, a lot of times that leads to those infidelities and issues that we have already seen plague their marriage. He be giving women money. Bam! Got his hands wide open. This is money, gifts. So he's messing around. And I feel like it hasn't discontinued. Look at all these cards. He's still doing these behaviors. So every so often he is doing something he ain't got no business, giving up money, and listening to the attention from the peanut gallery. He'll fall into somebody. It says into you, so he will fall into someone for a little bit of time because it says here he becomes obsessive. So he becomes toxic, he becomes unhealthy, possessive, he becomes obsessive about his lovers, and this includes B. So he's the same way with her, and when he gets with somebody, that's how his energy is going to be. This is going to affect those outside third party relationships, and it's going to affect his relationship with her, because I feel like because she wanted it to work so bad, to a certain extent she may not fight on that vibration. A lot of women will let their man, if he's like that, they'll let him be that way. But it's unhealthy, as we can see right here, because it leads to other things. And a lot of times the person is this obsessive, it's because they're messing up, and we already see that he is still messing up. He does reflect, which is a good thing. He does reflect on the stuff that he does. Remember he said he went to therapy. So he has done some reflection, but there is 6 cards here, and it's only one card that indicates working on it. So he is further away from having healed it than he would like to believe. He might be trying to heal it some days, but he's further away from being done than he probably would like. Love on the brain. So obsessive right over here. So he's obsessing, he dreams, he fantasizes. has daydreams. It feels nostalgic. He's somebody who out this. You know what these are? These are cards of a sex addict. They seriously are, or someone who is addicted to the pheromones. I forgot what they call it when you're addicted to dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin. He's addicted to the energy he gets from the compliments. He's addicted to the energy he gets from the sexuality of whoever he's with. He's addicted to that. So it's not like he could be with a person. I think, me personally, based on these cards, I think he should be somebody who is in open relationships. Seriously. Because that way he could get his needs met and he could be honest. Because what I'm getting from here is that he's not the kind of person that's going to be able to be with one person and be okay with that. There's always going to be a problem with that. Now let's look at what does she do that is bad for the relationship. I'm going to just put the 3 out and then the next 3. Well, first of all, when things happen, she's not properly addressing them. Look at that fake ass smile. When something happens that she's not pleased with, she doesn't address it. And I can understand this because this is something that Aquarius often do. When something goes wrong, Aquarius don't always address it. So what ends up happening is several things will go wrong before we blow up. So she's giving fake smiles to everybody around her. Maybe even sometimes fake smiles to him. She's not addressing the problem. She's coming off as if she's unfazed by what happens, but really she's just running from her problems. She doesn't handle the love triangles well. Whatever happens, remember I said with him, his wandering eye, or whatever the case is, she don't handle them well. When your lover does something, there's a way to handle it and a way to not handle it. She may handle it by turning to a third party, having another lover herself, or making him jealous with other choices that she may actually have. But this is not how you handle this type of situation. You handle something like this head on. I've never been in this situation. I'm just saying from what I've read, as far as psychologists will say, it's really something that, yes, you go to therapy. Yes, you try to work through it. You usually would do individual and couples therapy from what I've read, and you would try to work through the situation. Now, we saw with Jay's cards that it hasn't been worked through. So whatever she's doing, whatever they're doing, is not effective. They're pretty much just letting it go. It looks like she does a lot of shopping. It looks like retail therapy is her thing. So instead of dealing with issues, she go and buy a new fur. Well, I don't know if she wears fur, but she goes and buy. I think isn't she a vegan? I think so. Instead of going and going to therapy, dealing with an issue, she would go buy something new. It's that kind of thing, and this is escapism. Buying something new, going to a new place, and it could render them bankrupt. I mean, right now, I would assume right now their money is probably in a decent place, but enough of this behavior could render them bankrupt, over a significant amount of time, depending upon what they're doing with their investments. So this is a couple that has to be careful with their investments and not just spend. Now, I know they have all kinds of investments. I've heard of them owning this, buying that, doing this. I don't know their business, but I've heard about it online. So I would say that this is just a couple that has to be careful of that. So she doesn't handle it properly. When something pops off, she go and spend some money. And she doesn't trust him. She does not fully trust him, which, okay, I think makes sense. I wouldn't fully trust him either, especially after the whole fiasco with him getting caught. And we don't even know how many times he got caught. We just know about that one time that they talked about. So she doesn't fully trust him. And this does affect the relationship. But she doesn't fully trust him because she can't fully trust him. That's the thing about it. Sometimes people will say to you, you have trust issues, but they're untrustworthy. You see? So this is a big problem. If I can't trust you, it's not a trust issue. It's that you're not trustworthy. So this interrupts the relationship as well. And there seems to be like some type of little competition between the two of them. This could actually be something that's healthy, little healthy competition between husband and wife. Actually, could be a good thing, but it could turn problematic, and it's in a problematic card. All right. Let's see. Now we're going to take a look at thoughts and feelings. Now, this is something. These are Beyonce's thoughts and feelings right now, right? So we do see some, like I told you, we see some positive things here, but we see the issues. He's on her mind a lot. And I would say this has always been this way because she's been trying at this relationship since she was a teenager. So he's on her mind a lot. She does love his body. She loves him. She thinks he's sexy. And she wants to be in a relationship with him. She likes being in a relationship with him. She thinks that Sean, as she calls him, is very talented. And some people agree with that. I've never listened to his music. I think I've heard one song by him and it was good, but I've never been into that type of music, just a little bit, in the 80s and 90s. But she thinks he's talented and a lot of people agree with her. Why did you leave? This has given me the indication that he leaves and comes back. I feel like when they get into something, he leaves. They may have even been separated or may even be separated at times that the public does not know about. Will and Jada got separated years before they told the public. So this is giving me that same energy, like he leaves and comes back. And if something does happen with them, I feel like we would be the last to know, which is fine with me because it ain't none of my business no way. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please do not sue me. Now, this is what he thinks and feels about her. She fuels his creativity too. So you see how some of these, oh, sorry guys, I didn't mean to bump that. You see how some of these are really positive? Like they fuel each other's creativity. He thinks that she's beautiful. She loves his body. And he said, I will be back. See, that's what's giving me the vibration. Like he's the one who comes and goes. And I feel like they've had these separations. And I feel like the public doesn't we don't hear about it because it's not our business. Do you tell somebody every time you break up with your boyfriend or girlfriend? Well, you might, but they're not. And I think that again, I think you're hot. So he does like her body. He does like the feminine, energy that she gives. He likes all of that about her. But at the same time, he's not a one woman kind of man. He's a poly man. I believe he belongs in open relationships. And he spies on her. He watches her. Interesting. You're out there messing around, but you're trying to see what she's doing. This is very common of a cheater, by the way. When a person is a cheater, they will often accuse you of cheating, even if you ain't did nothing. Because they feel like if I can do it, you can do it too. So he watches her. He watches her to see who she's talking to, especially during those times when he's not there, when he dips off and does whatever it is that he does, when they, these I guess separations or whatever happens between them. And he probably always will because remember it said earlier he was possessive and he was jealous. So even if he's doing him, he don't want you to do you. Okay? Very unfair dynamic. Right? And this is what they want. Beyonce wants a healthy kind of love. That's what she wants. Let me see. I'm trying to see his. This is his right here. He wants to be able to do whatever he wants to do. So you see how their vibrations are different. So they have some good things. They have the fact that they both like, each other's body. They both find the other to be talented. There are some good things here, but we have some major problems. Because whereas she wants a healthy love with trust and communication and talking about things and supporting one another, he's okay with that. But at the same time, he wants to be able to ghost when he feels like it. He wants to be able to mess with others when he feels like it, not respond when he feels like it. He's not considerate of her feelings and does cowardly shit like that. That is where the problem comes in. You can't have a healthy relationship when you're not being considerate of your partner. It says here that he's going to keep being for the streets. He's going to keep having multiple partners. This is not going to change. This dynamic has not changed, and it's not going to. Somebody told me, "Oh, he cheated, but he stopped," and I was thinking, "Okay, that's cool." But this is saying, "No, he's still the same person that he was before. He's wasting his time. He's wasting her time, and he's untrustworthy." It says that she also wants solidarity. And see, these are just things that he's not going to give her. So she's going to hang in there until she realizes she's not going to get them. And then they're going to separate. And then quietly, at some point, they'll tell the rest of us. That's what's going to happen. Because she wants a solid foundation. She wants to work together. She wants to build trust. She wants things that she's not going to get from this man. I'm sorry, they're just not there. He likes to have sex. He likes to have fun. They may have another child, by the way, because they already have three beautiful children. And it says here she might accidentally get pregnant because they are still active. When they do spend time together, they are still doing the do. They still have a very, you know how it is when you have a strong attraction to somebody's body, but they ain't necessarily the right person. They ain't shit. Let's just go there with this. Somebody told me in the comment section, I think it was Andrea, said, "Yeah, Queen, but I'm still attracted to him sexually." She was talking about this guy. So this is not unheard of. You might know that the person that you're into is for the streets. You might know that you're not getting what you want from them, but you might still be sexually attracted to them. So don't be surprised if they have another child. And yeah, because it says here that she may accidentally get pregnant, may already be pregnant. This is something that could come up in 2024, 2025. So don't be surprised that there is baby number four. And she does like fours, so that would stand to reason. But eventually, this relationship, even if that happens, because I could see them dragging this out for a little bit longer. It could even be years, seriously. Because look at this. This is why I say this. Because it seems that they have a past life vibration. These two have been in this pattern before. Either they were soulmates, life partners, something went on with them in a past life. A lot of us believe in past lives, and we believe that you different people have lived a different number. Maybe it's a 5 past lives, maybe it's 100 past lives, who knows? But different people have lived different lives. And the cards are saying these two have had a past life together. This is a very strong connection. It's a soulmate connection. It's a very strong bond. Some of you might even be thinking to yourself about somebody who maybe you shouldn't have been messing with, but the bond was really just intense. Some of those could have been karmic. Some of them were soulmates. Some of them could have been twin flames. There's a number of things that they could have been, but a lot of these point to past lives. Jay-Z, it says here, will always come back. Reconciliation. So what happens is that he'll go off, he'll be upset about something, or they'll have something happen with them, they'll separate, and then he'll come back. And apparently this has been a pattern. So they're in one of these phases now. So they're in either they're probably headed towards the reconciliation phase. That's why I said this could drag out for a number of more years. There is not a healthy balance. Remember I said about him not being considerate and her not handling situations properly? This is causing an imbalance in the relationship. So even when they come back together, they always going to have this problem again because that healthiness is not there. He's the romantic partner that she's with right now, and he's the person that she wants to be with. But the next person she's going to be with, the next person that's going to be in her life, she's already met this person. So this is either a person that she already has a friendship with, she may already know, may even be having some type of, correspondence with. But the next person, and this could be 10, 15 years from now, the next person she knows right now. And everybody going to be like, wait a minute. I saw her with him in 2024. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Whoever the next person is, she already knows this person. And he always keeps the door open. Remember the whole reconciliation thing? It says here that he keeps the door open because he really does like all those things about her. It's just the fact that he wants to be free. He just wants to be in an open relationship. And if I was him, that's what I would try to do. I would try to get her to agree to an open relationship, maybe a poly relationship or something like that, instead of throwing away this relationship. And the only reason why I said that is because they have so many other things that actually are are really good, not even kind of, are very good. So if they can't agree on that, then yeah, let her go. Be fair to a person, give a person their choices, but maybe she be down. Maybe she'd be down with a poly if he's gonna keep it quiet. I don't know, because Will and Jada had something like that, and we see how that ended. It ended very publicly and very nastily, but that doesn't mean that it wouldn't work for another couple. So that could be something they could consider. They could consider, what if we change the dynamics of our relationship? So that is what's going on with Jay-Z and Beyonce. Um, for those of you who are wondering, is she a magic worker? She's definitely a priestess. And she definitely used her influence and uses her influence in that way. I don't think it's evil. I don't think it's negative. I think it's mostly like glamour magic, which I actually did a review on a book called Glamour Witch. Glamour Witch talks all about glamour magic, but it's basically when you do things with your makeup, your hair, your clothing, um, powders you wear, oils you wear, things that you do to draw in people, to draw in another. So I feel like she does those kinds of things. And I feel like that's how she drew him in. That's how she draws in other energies too. She's a beautiful woman. So glamour magic is even easier when you're already beautiful. It just enhances it by that much more. So I feel like this is not a bad person. I just feel like this is a couple who isn't exactly on the same page. They have a lot of good stuff going on, but a lot of bad stuff going on. And both of them know it's not working, but they're still hanging on to it anyway. And that's pretty common too, right? We all know a couple that is not working and they're still holding on to it. So that's what's happening here. So let me know what you think in the comment section, and you come back soon because I got a lot more to say. See you later.